Hey everyone, it's Anna. Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be sharing this video with you. It is the February 2022 release for Impression Obsession, and I have new dies available, which you know for me is just always super exciting. So these dies were released or were designed so long ago, and it's just been killing me waiting, not using them in my projects, not seeing what you do with them. So waiting is the hardest part, I tell you. But finally we're here and we're able to share what we've created and put them in the hands of you so that you can use them too and be creative. This die release is really fun for me. This month we went with something crafty. So you'll see a little bit of sewing, a little bit of painting, a little bit of quilting and things like that. So Jeannie and I kind of bounce ideas off of each other, and Jeannie creates stamp sets that coordinate or complement my dies, or maybe I design dies that complement Jeannie's stamp sets. I'm not sure, but regardless, it's going to be a really fun release for us for sure. So let me go ahead and share some of the products that I have. Now keep in mind, I don't have everything sent to me. So you'll want to pop over to the Impression Obsession website, see all of the products that are being released. There's some really amazing samples that the design team has created. And there's just really beautiful art that's being released. So there's artwork from Nola. There's artwork from Dina and Jeannie. And who else? Myself, obviously, with the dies, and Elisa Baker. So you'll want to pop over and see all the fun images that are being released. So let me go ahead and show you the products that I have and the samples that I made using those products, because I'm so excited to share these with you. So as I mentioned, Jeannie and I kind of went with a crafty type of a theme for this month. And so here are some of the stamps that Jeannie has releasing. These are all titled with the dress print. Let me see which one this one is. Or dress patterns, I should say. So this one with the tiny hearts is dress pattern 2. And it is just adorable. This is probably one of my favorite stamps that released this entire month. It's just all these little tiny hearts in a really beautiful little pattern, and they're just perfect. Like the shape of the heart is perfect. I just absolutely love it. This is also a, I think it's a 4-inch. Yeah, this stamp is about 4 by 4 inches. So perfect for all the, dies that you would want to cut out so that you can make pattern paper, and just really cute for like the background of a card or anything like that. So love, love, love this stamp. It would also be cute really just subtly stamped on the back of a tag, or on the, the background of a tag. So very cute. Jeannie, I just really love that stamp. This one is little teeny tiny tulips, and oh my word, is this cute. This one is dress pattern 3. And again, it's just darling. So Jeannie just did a really great job with these. This one is a geometric print, and this one is dress pattern 1. And this would be great for some masculine type prints that you wanted to do, masculine projects. This is just a really great design as well. So really, really love these. There's also another dress pattern as well, and it's that one there. It looks like little triangles. So that one's a really great one as well. I didn't actually have that one sent to me. I don't know why. Again, I can't have it all sent to me because I just don't have time to make samples with everything, and I feel bad receiving product and not using it for samples. But so here Jeannie also has some 6x6 stamps being released. These are cover cards. This one is just various different stitches, and I love this stamp too. She did it on a diagonal, so that's kind of different and fun. Isn't that great? I love this. So Jeannie, I just think she just did a great job with this month's stamps. This is an adorable little, like a quilted pattern where the lines all look like hand quilting. So very cute. So very cute. And again, this is a cover card. So this stamp is almost 6 inches. It's about 5 3/4, almost 6 inches square. So really, really great design. Then there is this one here. This one is just all different, or just a series of tiny dots. Impression Obsession has other dot background stamps, but they didn't have anything this small. So I was glad Jeannie found a little gap there in the product line and created this stamp set, or the stamp here. It's called Tiny Polka Dots. So this one is just really, really great. And who doesn't love polka dots? I mean, come on. Then there is this one too. And this, I just love this. This one is called Stipple. And if you're a quilter or a sewer, you're probably familiar with the stippling design of quilting and things like that. So I just thought Jeannie did a great job with this one. You could use it 4 different ways and have a different look. So I just love this. So great, great job, Jeannie. Then let's see. She also did some clear sets, which have a crafty theme to them. And I'll just go ahead and share them one at a time for you. This one is called So Awesome Sayings. And I just love these. They are just cute as can be. I love the font that she chose for this month's release. It's that like a typewriter type font. It's probably my favorite. And I'll let you, if you didn't catch all those, I'll let you pause the video and read those too. Here's another one. It's called Crafty Friend Sayings. So this is a great one too. Kind of, you know, for all of us who like to share crafty things with our friends, this would be really perfect. And then this one is quilt themed. So this one is called Quilting Friends. And again, these are by Jeannie. And back to that typewriter font, which I just love. Life is short, buy the good fabric. I love that. So let me go ahead and show you the dies that I have releasing that are the sewing themed dies. And let me get back to my printout here so I can tell you what the actual names of the die sets are. There's a lot being released this month, so I could not commit it all to memory, that's for sure. All right, so this die here is called Border Stitching 2. And if you're familiar with any of my older projects, I have a Border Stitches 1 die, where if you die cut it through the paper or run it through your die cutting machine, it doesn't actually die cut out anything. It just leaves these as impressions in the paper. So I wanted another one of those. So I designed this one here. It's 5 different stitches. This one here, the one with the circles, actually does poke out, you know, does die cut out the circles, but none of the other ones actually die cut anything. This one here at the edge is great because it actually is kind of like a zipper, so you could actually use it like a serrated piece of paper and you could tear it apart. But this one here, the second one here, is just a wavy line of stitches. This one here is just kind of a beautiful little flower design. It doesn't actually die cut out any portion of it. And then this one here are just little loop, like U-loops. So really fun. I had a great time using this, so I was happy to be able to design that. Again, that one's called Border Stitching 2. This one is called Trims, and I'm so happy to have this. So this is various different types of rickracks and loop trim. So here you have one rickrack, and then here you have the mirrored rickrack. So these are the same design but flipped. So you'll actually have 2 different designs then. This design here is just a loop trim. This one is a rickrack with a stitch down the center, which is how my mom and Aunt Patty adhere rickrack, and probably everybody else too. But this one has the solid or the straight stitch down the center. And then this one is a loop die as well, but this one doesn't have a cut edge on this particular side. So you can make this loop edge as tall as you want. You can have the piece of paper be as tall as you want above, where this one here is just a loop trim. You know, it would be just its own little separate piece. This one, if you die cut it, it's just an edge, so you can have that piece of paper be as long as you want. I hope that makes sense. Then, let's see. I have a beautiful tag being released, and I love designing tags. It's probably one of my favorite things to make as a creator as well. This is called Stitched Tag number 6. And this is what the tag die looks like. So it has 2 pieces. It has some beautiful stitching detail at the bottom, and then it has this little extra cap here that has stitching on it as well that we overlay over the top of the tag. And here's what they look like when you die cut them out and lay the 2 pieces together. So I just really love, here you can see the stitching detail at the bottom, and then here you can see the detail up on the top cap. So I just really love the shape of this tag. I think it's really unique and such a beautiful design, such a girly, feminine type of a design as well. So I'm really, really pleased that we were able to get that one in for this month. So again, that's called Stitched Tag number 6. And then I also have this die being released too, and this is another little feminine one. This one is called Scalloped Oval, or sorry, Oval Frame. And it's just a single die. It just cuts out a beautifully detailed frame around the outside edge there. And it does have stitching along the center, but it actually cuts out as one piece then. So I think this one's really beautiful, and also just a feminine design, because it was really important to me to keep things kind of feminine for this release. Another die that I have releasing this month is called Quilted Flower Block. And this is it here. Let me get you a piece of paper so you can see. So it is actually a 3-piece die. So you get the outside frame, you get a flower, and then the flower has a center. You can leave these all together as one die, or you can actually snip them apart and have 3 separate dies. Now I left mine all together, and I'll show you why in a minute. But you could snip these apart, or you could snip the flower and the circle, leave those as one die and snip them outside the frame. That would be another really beautiful way to use this die too. Of course, you know, once you snip the center out or the flower out, you can always, you know, put washi tape and put them back together and die cut them as one piece again. So I just have not done any of that yet, but I'll show you how I used it as a single die. So that is Quilted Flower Block. Love that die. And then I have these being released too, which are called Quilt Blocks. This is a 4-piece die set. So it comes with a square, and the square is 2.5 inches square. And then it comes with a little triangle, and then it comes with another square. Actually, it comes with 2 triangles and 1 more smaller square. The smaller square is 1.25 inches. Okay, and these look boring, but so fun, because if you're a paper piecer or a quilter, you know exactly what you can do with shapes, simple shapes like this. Also, we have hexagons being released too, and this is a really fun set because not only are there hexagons, but there's like little squishy hexagons. So you get 2 hexagons, and you get 2 that are hexagons that have had their sides squished in. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that term is. Convexed. But the quilt pattern that they actually create then is like an orange peel. So these make really great cards as well. Super easy to use. And I'll tell you, with pattern papers or these small prints that Jeannie did, you can make a bajillion pattern papers out of solid cardstock. Super fun die set. So this was actually probably my favorite die set of the month. And I just kept making cards. one sample after another. I also have this being released, which is super fun. It's called Pin Cushion. And so if you're a sewer, you know what these tomato pin cushions are like, and they have like the little strawberry thing that dangles off the pin cushion that you sharpen your pins in. And it also comes with the 2 little toppers, the topper for the tomato and the topper for the strawberry. It comes with pins. It comes with pin heads. So if you wanted to have like a pearl head on the top of your pin, there's a place for you to add adhesive to adhere the little pin caps. Or you have these little decorative pieces as well. So if you want to make like the little flower head pins or the butterfly head pins, you can do that too. And you would just put the adhesive on the top here and then adhere it to your design piece. So this is a really fun die set, and it was really great to use. I also have the sewing machine releasing. So this is just kind of like an old-timey Singer sewing machine with some, you know how they always had ornate designs on them. So this one actually has some stitching on it to make it look like it's painted or kind of folksy. And then it has some thread that runs through, and there's a needle as well. There's also a pair of scissors, which I think, oh, so fun. When you make these out of silver foil cardstock, they are so very cute. And then I made little extra handle pieces, so if you didn't want just a plain pair of silver scissors, you have an extra piece of handles that you can lay over as well and make them, you know, pretty colors if you'd like. And then I also have a dress form die releasing, and it's this cute little dress. It's got stitching on the cap sleeves. It has stitching here along the neckline and on the bottom of the dress. It comes with this cute little belt that you can use to belt your dress like that. And then it also comes with a dress form too. So how fun is this? So you can actually dress the dress form like that. And you can put the belt on the dress. Well, you get the idea. So those are the quilting and sewing or crafty themed dies that I have releasing this month. Let me go ahead and show you some of the projects that I created using not only Jeannie's stamps, but the dies as well. And then you guys, there's even more. It's such a fun month for the release. You can see why I've been so excited. It's so hard to wait. So here are cards that I made using the quilted flower block. So what I did, because I remember I left that die all together, so I was able to die cut it 4 times out of different pattern papers, and then what I did is I just interchanged those pieces. So here's one card that I made. You can see I used one pink cardstock here for the frame. There's another pink here for the background of the quilt, which would be, you know, the fill-in. There's another piece of paper here for the flower, and then another piece of paper there for the center. So I die cut it 4 times. Well, guess what? I had 4 cards I could make in no time, just by changing out all those pattern papers. So here you can see the yellow from the yellow paper is the flower, but here the yellow is the background, here the yellow is the center, and here the yellow is the frame. So super easy to make cards with dies like that. So, and I just think these turned out cute as can be. And then I used a sentiment from Jeannie's set. So there you can see, may your bobbin always be full, so much fabric, so little time. You are so sweet. Quilting friends are the best friends. So I just think these were super cute cards, super easy to make. And I just think they're really, really fun. So, and I hope you do too. So that's one bit of samples for you. Now, when I was talking about the hexagons and how you can layer them on top of each other and make the, like the orange peel type quilt block, this is what I was referring to. So the small hexagon that's a regular shape can sit behind the little squishied one, and it makes it look like an orange peel block. So I just love, love, love these dies. These were so fun to use. You can imagine me being a lover of pattern paper, just me sitting here die cutting all different kinds of pattern paper and piecing them all together. So I was making paper quilts like crazy. Here you can see I've stamped Jeannie's little small tiny hearts on some yellow cardstock, and I did that in yellow ink, so it's kind of a tone on tone. And then I also stamped some of Jeannie's stamps on these other solid cardstocks as well, just to make them look like they were printed fabric. So I just think that turned out so cute. And then again, I used one of Jeannie's sentiments. Here is another card using those same hexagons. And this stamp here, this is a really beautiful stamp. This one is from Jeannie too, the one I have on the blue. Let me pull it out for you. So Jeannie released a little series of these mandalas. I think that's what she called them. Let me check. Yeah, stitched mandala. I just thought this was a beautiful design to stamp as if it was fabric. So here you can see it on this blue here. I also added it on this blue one here. And so what I did to create all these little pattern papers, I just took the stamps, stamped them all in the tone on tone, all over a piece of cardstock. And then when I went to die cut all my shapes, they were already stamped. It was really easy just to die cut a bunch of them and piece them all together. So this is another great stamp from Jeannie this month. Jeannie, I think, just knocked it out of the park, this month. So really, really great Great. Here you can see that border die that I mentioned earlier. See how that piece there is still together, but really easily you could just use that as like a, you know, like a zipper. It would separate, or like a tear off type thing. So, but it does stay together. If you don't tear it, it will stay together like that. So I love that. And here you can see how the circles actually punch out little dots. So I love these types of dies. I think they're so fun to use. Let's see, I have more samples. Here's a card that uses the sewing machine, the pincushion, and the scissors, and that little loopy border. So cute, right? Oh my gosh. It also uses some floral stamps that Elisa Baker released this month. They are in the background. I just stamped them in different colors to give that pattern paper, or that solid paper, some interest. So there's the little sewing machine. I die cut it twice. I die cut it out of gray paper and turquoise paper. And then I inlaid that circle and the decoration there back in on top of that gray paper. Here you can see the scissors I die cut out of pattern paper. So they're really cute in just, different colors. Here's the pincushion, adorable with its little top and the little strawberry. I put it on a string. And then here's two little pins that I made using the little butterfly toppers. There's also one of Jeannie's little sentiments. And then the bottom of this trim, I just cut my card a little bit short on this side, and then I just adhered that piece to the back side of the card. So isn't that cute? I just love that. You can see I just had so much fun. Here is an example of that tag, the beautiful tag. I added some cotton trim to the top, a little button and some twine for a bow. And then you can see here I die cut the tag out of a couple different pieces of pattern paper, created a fun green, lime green strawberry, or a tomato, pincushion tomato. I made a couple of pins to poke in there. Again, I used some twine to attach the little strawberry. And I cut those scissors out of silver foil cardstock. So they're like fancy dressmaker scissors now. And then because my tag is symmetrical, you can actually make two tags and put them back to back so you have a really nice looking tag on both sides. Or you can actually, put them together like this, and then you've got like a double-sided tag, or a two-piece tag, and you can put your sentiment on the inside. So I just think this is super cute, and I love, love, love these little tags. Here is another tag that I made using the die as well. I think this is probably my favorite tag now that I've designed. I just love the detail. I just love it. Here's one of the tomatoes I made with the little strawberry. I made this one in red and polka dots. There's another little butterfly pin there sticking into the pin cushion. And this time I made the scissors silver and patterned paper. So they're like fancy dressmaker scissors that have an enameled patterned handle. So fun. I just love this. And there's the back of the tag. So fun. Here is a card using the square quilt blocks. So this frame die is an older one from Impression Obsession. It's still on the website. In fact, it may actually be on clearance. It cuts out several different designs in the shape, but I like it because of the square design to it. So it was really easy to set the quilt blocks into that frame and have a really beautiful card really quickly. I just used two different pattern papers to use the small square, and there I've got a cute little quilt on my card. Isn't that adorable? Look at those chickens. So cute. Here is a card I used. I made using the hexagon circles, or the hexagon dies. They look like circles because of the orange peel design. But this is the smaller of the two hexagons. Here you can see this one here. So I've got the straight hexagon, and then I've got the darker piece set on top of it. Isn't that cute? I just love how they make the fabric patterns, the pieced patterns. Here's also a piece of the stitched rickrack as this example. And then I added some little starred rhinestones, star gemmies. Also, I don't know if you noticed, there's a bunch of glitter on that card as well. Let's see. Then, using Jeannie's mandala again, Here you can see where I stamped the blue cardstock and die cut it out using the Crazy Stitched Frames die. I added a piece of that rickrack with the stitching down the center. Absolutely love this. And the dress form, isn't that adorable? You can see I used Jeannie's heart stamp to stamp on the yellow cardstock. The dress has a cute little white belt, and then the dress form I die cut out of craft cardstock. I just think it's adorable. And these cards came together so easy. So those are the samples I have made using all these stitching dies. Let's move on to the ones that are crafty yet not sewing related. I have 2 dies releasing. One of them is a set of paintbrushes. So there's 2 different sizes of brushes here. And they have tips if you want to add paint, and then they have the little ferrule here that you could die cut out of silver cardstock, for example. And then you would just overlay it over the brush. And then I also have a palette with some paint blobs releasing as well, and this was really fun to use. So real simple design, but you know, sometimes simple is good. And let me go ahead and show you the sample I made. I only have 1 sample made with this particular die set, or those 2 die sets, but here's my card. So I die cut the paintbrush out of black cardstock, like black shiny cardstock. Then I die cut the ferrule out of silver, and then I actually had die cut the entire paintbrush out of white cardstock, so I was able to paint the end of the brush. Then I laid over the black cardstock, so it has a, you know, black layer over the top of the white, and then I finally laid over that silver ferrule. And I think it turned out really cute. And then here's the palette itself, and I used markers to color out the paint blobs all different colors. So love this. This Thank You for Inspiring Me is from Dina. It's being released this month. And then I used Jeannie's, she has some paint blob stamps releasing, and I used those to just add a little bit of detail to the background. These would be really cute on a Get Well card too, like a virus. So speaking of Get Well, I have 3 different die sets being released for the Get Well theme. There's this one here, and it's called Get Well. So it's a script font for the Get, and then Well is in a nice straight font, typewriter font. And then I have a bandage, and you can lay the square over the center of the bandage, and then you can put the heart on it, or you can just use the heart separate. So this is a really fun die. I didn't get any samples made with this, but there are some super amazing samples on the website that some of the other designers created. So super cute. And then, oh, I have 4 dies. I was thinking this was a set here too, but I have another one. So this is a scrub. So when you die cut it, the V here, you just overlay that on top of the embossed detail there, and it makes it look like it's actually the collar for the shirt. The die does cut out the pocket completely. If you want to layer the pocket, which is what I like to do, I put a piece of washi tape on the back, keep that pocket in place, and then die cut another one and lay it over the top, and it gives it a little bit of a 3D look like you would have on a real shirt. So this is a really fun die, especially with all the different tiny fabric prints and things that Jeannie released. So super cute. And then one last die for me this month is this one here, and it's the Stethoscope. And this is a really fun die to use. So you can die cut the stethoscope all at one time. And then if you want to add extra details, I included this piece here, which you could die cut, for example, out of like silver cardstock and overlay it. And then I included this piece here as well, which is the exact same size as the piece here. So if you want to add a heart, or if you want to add a circle and a heart, you could do that. So those are separate pieces. So really cute little set. And here's the card I made showing those. So you can see I die cut the stethoscope, and then I die cut that extra piece out of silver and just adhered it right on top of there. Super easy to do. Even though it's, you know, relatively small, it was really easy to do. And then die cut the circle. This piece here, I die cut this piece out of silver cardstock and red cardstock, and that allowed me to have the 2 different colors then to overlay over top of this solid piece here. Isn't that cute? And I love this green for the shirt. That is like a total scrub shirt color. And then there you can see Get Well. So I love that card. As I said, I didn't get anything done with the bandage, but I'm sure it will make it on my list here shortly. So those are the dies that I have releasing this month, but there are also other stamps releasing this month too. And I do have samples of other products. So let me go ahead and share those with you as well. This is a really long video. All right, so here's a set that Jeannie has being released that goes kind of along with the Get Well theme, and it's called Feel Better. And so there's the sentiments there. And then Elisa has a cute set being released. Where did my other cardstock go? Here it is. It's called Secret Garden. Really, really cute. I love the outside bench that you could decorate with all the little things that would be outside in a garden. So fun. And then Elisa has another clear set being released, and it is called Knit Together Sock Friends. And oh my word, so cute. There's a bunny and a kitty. Love that one. And then Nola has a pet set, a pet loss set being released. It's called Pet Sympathy. Pet Sympathy. Cute. So let me go ahead and show you a couple samples of these as well. I hope you're hanging in here with me. Here's one I made using Elisa's what was it called? Secret Garden. So what I did is I stamped the outdoor sofa on white cardstock, and then I stamped it on pattern paper as well, and then inlaid that back into the image on white cardstock. So that allowed me to use that pattern paper here and on the pillow as well. And then same thing with the pot. I stamped it out on pattern paper and pieced it back in. So I thought that turned out really cute. And the paper that I'm using on these cards is from Polka Doodle. So really cute. Here is one using one of Nola's designs, You're in My Thoughts Today. This is one of her sentiments. And then she's releasing this flower sprig here as well. And then there's that oval die. Cute card. Here's one using Nola's Pet Sympathy set. So she has the image in here in the set that's the little kitty with the angel wings. So I just stamped it 3 times, colored it and cut them out, and then adhered them on my card there. And then also in the set is this really cute little paw print, which I just love. I love that. So I stamped it on the background just to give my card base some interest as well. So really, really cute. Then, let's see, Nola also has this beautiful image being released. It's called A Friend. And I just think it's so cute. It's just these little gals sitting next to each other. So remember, she went with kind of like an encouragement or supportive type theme. And so I just love this one. And here on the background too, I stamped Jeannie's quilt design with the flowers. Really, really cute. Elisa has this adorable bike and bunny image releasing. This image is called Garden Party Bike, and I just think this is the cutest thing ever. I really glittered this bike up because if I was going to ride a bike, man, I would want it to be glittered. Isn't that cute? It's got glitter everywhere. And then it's got that adorable little bunny sitting in its basket. So cute. And then Elisa also has, in addition to the sock bunny or knit bunny and kitty in this stamp set, she has them individually as well as red rubber. Let me show you those because they are adorable. So she's got them as, there is so much here on my desk. She's got them as individual red rubber or as the clear design. Let me show you the size difference, because there is definitely a size difference. So here you can see the two bunnies side by side, and they're actually reversed. Oh, but when you stamped it, they would be the same. So, duh. So there's the difference in size of the two bunnies, right? And then here's the difference in size of the kitties side by side. So quite a difference. And then, as if that was not cute overload enough, she has this stamp being released too. This one is called Knit Together, and it's two bunnies side by side, and they are about a little bit bigger, I guess, than the individual bunny. Yeah, there you can see the sizes. So this one's called Knit Together, and it comes as one stamp. And I have a sample made with this particular stamp here. And here's my card. Isn't that adorable? And I stamped it on pattern paper again and paper pieced the little shirts back onto the bunnies. And then here I used two of Jeannie's cover cards. I used the one that has the flowers and the little quilt stitching. And then I also used the tiny polka dots to get the background. And of course I spritzed it with glitter too. So really, really cute. And then Elisa also has some gorgeous flowers releasing this month. Oh my gosh, you guys. Oh, love, 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 love. Let's see. Let me show you the stamps if I can get to them. She has some roses and peonies being released. So here's one of them. It's this gorgeous rose. Let me see if I can tell you what this one might be called. Garden Rose. So pretty. There's this gigantic one. This is called Secret Garden Peonies, and it's actually two peony flower heads side by side. So beautiful. And then there's this one here called Tea Garden Bold Bloom, and it's just another really beautiful flower. And then she has two others which I didn't get. One of them is called First Bloom Peony, and the other one is called, I don't even know what. I'll show it to you. So here's the two that I didn't get. First Bloom Peony. So look how beautiful that is. And then this one is called Pavoine. I'm not sure what that word is. You can see it there. So really, really beautiful. And let me show you the cards, because I used one of my favorite techniques, which is the vintage watercolor technique, to create my cards. So here is my card using the Secret Garden Peonies. That's the one with the two big blooms. So I stamped the image and then watercolored it. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I just love these images. This one is the card I made using the Tea Garden Bold Bloom. And again, I used that vintage watercolor technique. Isn't that beautiful? And then the last card I have to share with you today is this one. And actually, it's neither one of those flower stamps. It's this one. And this is another beautiful image from Elisa. It's called Peony's Planter. Sorry, Peonies. Peony Planter. So it's just a really large, beautiful bouquet. And then you've got the beautiful planter there. And so let me show you my card. I think this is my favorite card of the entire release. So beautiful. And again, I use the vintage watercolor technique. And I do have some videos on my channel where I show how to use this, show how to do this technique if you're interested. Isn't that beautiful? I absolutely love it. So that is my share for the February release for Impression Obsession. It is amazing how many products that we have releasing this month and all the creative things that you can do. I just had a blast working with the products this month, and really am really excited to be able to share them with you. Finally, and now I can incorporate all these things into my upcoming projects. So thank you so much for sticking with me through this video. If you've made it this far, wow, I commend you. Hopefully you watched it on 2x speed, so you're not here for 40 minutes with me, but I was really excited to be able to share all these things with you, and I'm really looking forward to using them and seeing what you use or what you create with them as well. So thanks for watching. Check the links below, and until we chat again, take care. Bye.